Good evening, everybody. My name is Cami Brecto. I'm part of the Team Harmony, along with Tracy and Joy. And it is my joy and honor to be here and be with you. And Jan is here helping out. Joyce is here, and Jody is here. Apparently, the Jays have arrived. All so thank you for coming. And I'm so thrilled that you're here. I'm out in the beautiful sunshine, enjoying the warm spring days here in the Pacific Northwest, and I hope it's sunny where you are. And I'm so excited to share some light technology with you. We're going to be talking about stem cell research that has been done over the years and share technology with you that tells your body to make different peptides. It's pretty cool. There's nothing like it on the market, and the results that people are getting are nothing short of amazing. Um, I can't talk more highly about this product. So I have a PowerPoint to share with you and a website to share with you. And Jody will be dropping some forms in the comments. But if at any point in time that you would like more information, or would like to sit down with one of us or have a phone call with one of us, put your email or phone number in the chat and say who invited you to this call. We want to make sure that you get your questions answered. And also along the way, if you have questions, feel free to pop them in the chat as well. And we'll get to as many as we can at the end of this presentation. And hopefully this presentation answers a bunch of questions. But as you have questions, write them down or pop them in the chat and we'll make sure to get them answered, okay? So I'm going to share my screen and we'll get started. Thanks so much. Oh, gotta slide this guy over and all right. This evening, we're talking about wearable light technology. We're activating we're harnessing our own light. And this is a patented wearable phototherapy patch. And I'll tell you more about it. Albert Einstein, years ago, and he's the father of modern physics, but years ago, he said the future of medicine is frequency. And I love that quote because as we talk about this evening, frequencies of light and different frequencies are what signal the body to make change. And he knew this back then. But lots of smart people have figured out to use light therapies and technologies to help the body or scan the body or make surgeries or even use infrared light in a sauna for medicinal, like for your health, to upregulate your health. So just want to let you know, I'm not a doctor, and Jody and all of us are not, there may be doctors on the call, but I'm not one of them. We are here to give you information and then answer questions as best we can, but we're not here to diagnose or treat or cure any diseases. We need to send you back to your trusted medical professionals to do that. That's a beautiful blank slide. Okay. Oh, okay. Let me see. I'm driving, not my own computer. This is a video I'm trying to play. Let me see if I can find the bar. Hang on just a second. All right. Well, if it's not going to play for us tonight, I'm sorry. but we will show it to you we'll show you how to see that video, and that's on a website. So over time, our bodies, as you know, we call it aging. We all accept that we're aging, but we don't really, not very many of us dig deep to understand how or why we age. But when we're born, when we're developing in the womb, our cells are dividing and replicating and dividing and specializing, and they're becoming different body parts. Those cells that the baby is made out of are pluripotent stem cells. Those cells divide, and then they, like I said, they can become anything that the body needs. So as the little one is growing up, if they fall down, have you ever noticed how fast they heal? That looks terrible. And then the next day you're like, oh, they don't look so bad. And I remember that as my kids were, growing up. I had 4 little ones in short, all close together. And, the little bumps and bruises, thank goodness they heal quickly. And so that is a beautiful thing. But as we age, we have fewer and fewer stem cells that go to repair things. By the time we're 60, we only have about 10% active, and they're specialized stem cells. And those stem cells that we were born with aren't gone. They're not dead. They just go dormant. And why is that? And they've learned that it's because we lack copper peptide in our diet, and different toxins and different things slow our body's ability to make and release those stem cells. So tonight we're going to be talking about the power of the patch. We're talking about a phototherapy patch that works with the meridians on your body. That's the placement points on the body, are where energy flows through your body. And this is reflects back your own low-level infrared light that your own body emits. Does anybody remember this study? You can see commentaries about it. There was a doctor in Japan who did this study and realized that people glow, and their highest amount of glowing is at about 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and the lowest is recorded late at night, but it's real. So this technology that we're talking about is unique. It is adding this low-level infrared light into the body, but guess what? You are the body. You are the source of the energy. So this technology is a light reflector. There's no chemicals, there's no drugs going into your body. This is just wearable light technology. It helps the body ward off the negative impact of toxins, the environment, and it helps your genes reset to a younger, healthier state. All you do is wear the patch for 12 hours, and then you take it off for 12 hours. Make sure you stay hydrated. So if you don't know this by now, everything in your body works on osmosis. Osmosis means water driven. It's the transfer of different chemicals and different signals through the water. Everything works. So when your body's receiving energy, it needs water to pull it in. If your body has waste products, it needs water to pull it out. And so the cellular activity requires water in your body. And so that's when we are bumping up our cellular activity by wearing these patches, we want to make sure you're hydrated. And the moral of the story is, do life as a grape, not as a raisin. So I have a friend on here who has a story about the her experience with the patches. I love um, actually hearing from people who are using the patches. And Jan, where are you, my dear? There you are. Can you unmute and please share your story?
I'd love to.
Thank you, dear.
Sure. I have been wearing the patches for 2 years now, and it's amazing. I'm never going to stop because you never, as we keep aging, things happen. I'll vouch for that. And you never know what's coming around the corner at you. But when I started wearing the patches, the first thing I noticed was about 2 weeks into it, I had microscopic colitis, and the symptom of that was pretty long bouts, like month-long bouts of uncontrollable diarrhea. I hate to start out with such a gross subject, but that was the first thing that the patches helped me with. So what they did was stop that uncontrollable part. And that just made life unbelievably better for me. You just can't imagine what it's like unless you have something like that that just goes on and on and on. And so I was sold right then and there. If they never did anything else, I would be thrilled to death. But they did do other things, small things like better sleep and softer skin, but major things for me. In After I'd been wearing the X39 for about 2 months, I had my regularly scheduled 2-year not mammogram, bone density test, because I have osteoporosis. And for the first time in 20 years, my bone density was getting better, and nothing had changed except wearing the patches. I have another test coming up now in a couple months, and I can't wait to see the results. And the third thing that it helped me with is eye pressure. Having glaucoma, one of the things they worry about is high eye pressure. And this has been a problem for a few years. And my doctor was all ready to walk into the room for my checkup to tell me that it was time for eye surgery. But I had been wearing, for a month and a half, I had been wearing the carnosine patches at night on a night mask over my eyes. I didn't put the patches on my eyes, I put them on the mask and wore the mask over my eyes for a month and a half, just to see what would happen. And sure enough, my eye pressure went down to normal. And I kept doing that, and I kept having my regular checkups every 3 to 4 months. And for a whole year, my eye pressure has stayed at normal now, for over a year actually now. And so between my eyes and my bones and the gross thing that that fixed up, I am really a happy camper. You never know what's around the corner, so I'm just going to keep wearing these as long as I'm breathing.
Wow, thank you so much for sharing your story. I never get tired of hearing these amazing results. And those are wide and varied results from
They
just
are.
wearing these patches,
Mhm.
right?
That's
Um,
right.
Joyce, would you be willing to give us a quick story about you and how your patching went for you and Lucy super
Ye-
fast?
Yes, fast. Hi, I'm Joyce Rogenkamp, and when these were brought to me, I had personally, I had severe eczema, psoriasis. I still don't know which one it was, but this was like raw, and I was itching all the time, both elbows. One was worse than the other, and I was given 5 free X39 to try out, and I put them on at night. And by the next morning, my sister came around the corner, and she didn't have anything really wrong with her. And so I'm the one that was the guinea pig. And we just couldn't believe it. I still remember that morning where I went, oh, yeah. And I'll tell you, it was healed up to where it was just pink. Because this, the day before, it was itchy. And I know I had drawn blood the day before. And I go, yes, let's try that. So that was down. Then the second night, I mean, it went down to like it was just really healed up. So, I mean, it made a believer out of us. And I think the biggest testimony is Lucy, my dog. I mean, that is huge. That made a believer out of Sis and I. And then we started having my brothers who are in rodeos. Boy, I'll tell you, I could go on with testimonies and tell their testimonies. So gotten their bodies back together. Rodeo guys put their bodies through a lot. Yeah, so it's pretty amazing. But for my puppy Lucy, she's a boxer. I adopted her through some issues she was having with her stomach. The vet told me she had severe arthritis through her spine, and which made sense because that's why she wasn't jumping up on the couch and on the bed. So I put my old patches, I took mine off, wearing them 12 hours, and put them underneath her collar. And so for about 6 months, I almost forgot about it too, and didn't even really notice the transition. She ended up with some cancer, a mast cell tumor. And we took some more x-rays, and of course we needed to do that. And I asked the vet if he could please look at her spine as well, and for arthritis. And within 6 months, that arthritis was completely gone, from using my old X39 patches. So I was just blown away. He said, no, there's no sign of any arthritis through her spine. And if anybody knows anything about dogs, a mast cell tumors on dogs, they have legs underneath them and they grow out. And it's hard for a vet to get a big enough margin to get those legs. I've had 2 boxers die of mast cell tumors, and they lasted a little less than a year. Lucy had that operation 3 years ago now, about 2.5 years ago, and there's no sign of cancer. And I know that's because she's using anymore. They still took that tumor off of her, and now she's just has no sign of cancer at all. By now, I should have lost her, if I didn't have the stem cell patches. So
Wow.
yeah, and I'll tell you, if everybody knows boxers, they gray really fast. They get gray, and their body starts to gray. Lucy looks, if she was here, I'd show you, but she still looks like she's 4 or 5. Nobody can believe she's like 10. So she's my
That's
experiment.
amazing.
Yeah,
I love it. I love the story that it helps you, and then you take your patches and then you put them on your animal and it helps your animal. That's beautiful. Beautiful.
Best of both worlds. Yes, best of both worlds.
Fantastic. Well, thank you so much, ladies. I so appreciate you. And again, I never tire of hearing about how these patches affect people and their pets differently. And the beautiful thing is, when we talk about helping somebody, we can talk and we can put the focus on doing more healthy things. We don't have to keep talking about different different treatments for different people, if that makes sense, right? We can talk about this beautiful thing that helps get you back to like you were young again and restore your cellular activity. So again, it's amazing technology. There's nothing like this. So let me get back to our PowerPoint, and we'll give you a little bit more information and show you a few more pictures. Okay. So this company's been around for over 20 years, and you go, how come something like this that's so amazing and so affordable and so accessible has not been in my hands yet? And the reason is it was originally developed over 20 years ago to help give the Navy SEALs more energy. Yes, sometimes our US military gets the cool stuff first. Then when 9/11 happened and the military still used these, but also it wasn't proprietary to them. Our inventor, David Schmidt, was like, who else needs this technology? And he brought it through a series of introductions and connections, he got it to the hands of Coach Richard Quick in the Stanford University. He was training Olympic hopefuls in the swim department. When they tested the product, 6 out of the 8 people in 6 weeks bested their personal bests, and their performance was so great that they continued using them. And of course, that brought all of the attention. Oh, what are they doping with? What's going on? Nope, they weren't doping at all. This actually was the real deal, helping the body to perform at a higher level. And so over the years, this has been the secret sauce in the athletic world until about 2019 or 2018, when that X39, the patch that tells your body to make a copper peptide, came out. And that's when that copper peptide is present in your body releases its own pluripotent stem cells. That revolutionized this company, and it has been on explosive growth ever since. It is now the fastest growing direct sales company in the world for the second year running, coming into the 2 years it running, and now we're in the third year of that and on track to win the award again. So let me give you a website. If you have a snitch of paper handy, or take a screenshot of this, startx39now.com is a wonderful resource where you can go learn more. And I encourage you to watch the videos, learn more, see a couple of pictures, see the testimonials, satisfy your curiosity, and then get with the person who invited you to this call and ask questions. And I hope that you're writing down your questions, and please put them in the chat. We want to be able to have you, like, there's no dumb questions. You just ask them, okay? There's a beautiful spot on this website that shows the clinical studies, it shows the patents, it shows the 50 years of research on GHK copper peptide. It shows more evidence from PubMed about copper peptide. It shows the story, the history of X39 and why it's so special. So, and of course, the patents are amazing. So, how do we know this works? Of course, they do studies on it. This is a study that they did in 6 weeks, and they shared, and all the participants reversed age by an average of 8 weeks. So they took the biomarkers, cardiovascular biomarkers, at the beginning of the test and at the end, and by wearing the X39 daily for 6 weeks, they were 8 weeks younger cardiovascularly. That's pretty amazing. Here's another 6-week study. Again, remember, we're talking about cells that can do anything that our body needs it to do, and they're smart. They repair things. So the session 1 photo here, on, see all the red? This is a 77-year-old woman. This is a sorry about the formatting, it kind of got lost in the transfer here, but it's this shows a 77-year-old woman's brain at the beginning of a test, and then she wore the X39 daily for 6 weeks. And session 2 is 3 weeks into the study, and session 3, if you guys see the color aqua on this test, aqua is perfection. Aqua is what you want. And this is showing a very much balanced, cool brain. She had improved memory, focus, and cognitive function. And everybody who participated in this study had improved results. So let's show a few pictures. So the X39 was responsible to help this young man who met the mountain with his face while he was snowboarding. And 5 days later, he had an interview. I hope he did well. I love the picture at the bottom. This shows the power of remodeling of scar tissue. So the picture in the middle is what healing a year after a major surgery looks like. And then from the picture in the middle to the picture on the right, that's what 1 month of X39 did for this person. And we are talking about age reversal. In many different ways, these patches help signal our body to make different peptides and release different cells that literally reverse age, turn back the hands of time. It's not just pausing aging. Anti-aging means that it kind of pauses you in that spot where you are now and slows down the hands of time. We're talking about reversing the hands of time, and you can see evidence of it on these pictures. Again, if you're turning back the hands of time and you are adding healthy cellular activity, there's all kinds of wonderful things that can happen. I love inspiring people and helping them realize they don't have to be stuck with a certain diagnosis. There are options out there that can help you. And this is our dear friend Marcy, who had a double mastectomy, chemo, radiation. And she thought she was free of all that cancer stuff for about 6 months. And then it came back with a vengeance. And it was a fast growing skin cancer that was very aggressive. And her doctor, or naturopathic doctor, found out about these patches and gave her 10. And in 10 days, she experienced major detoxing. She experienced her skin improving. She experienced her mood and depression lifting. And she's like, we have to tell the world about this. And she said on Sunday, I heard her interviewed, she has been in remission for 5 years now. Pretty amazing stuff. So again, the stories go on and on. Autoimmune things, different things that the doctors say you're always going to have. I like to instill, oh, really? Maybe not. And again, I love Joyce's story about helping Lucy. And this dog on the left here is Brutus, and he was going blind and no longer following his owner around the house, no longer active because he kept bumping into anything. It really was hard on his spirit. And this picture on the right of him is him a week later after patching with X39. So I'm not going to give you a review of all the products. I'm just going to share with you a few of my favorites. This is, okay, so X39, the retail for this is wrong on this slide. I apologize for that. It is, the retail is $149, and it gives you a pack of 30 patches. That is a month supply of X39. Wholesale for that one is $99. We spend a lot of time talking about X39 because that is the most important patch to have in your repertoire, to have on your body. That is the one patch that helps the most with all of your cellular repair. But if you want to accelerate results or feel things faster, then we talk about the other patches as well. Ice Wave is fantastic. It's amazing for helping people feel that the patches are doing something. It's a 2-patch system, and it helps your body not get the pain message from wherever your body is hurting to the brain. And it stops the pain message in its tracks when you find the right placement. Eon tells your body to make an anti-inflammatory. It's amazing. And that anti-inflammatory goes throughout your body and helps your body. By the way, inflammation is your body's protection. It's trying to tell you something, and it tells your body that there's a problem. So cytokines go to inflammation, and then that's supposed to attract stem cells to the inflammation. Well, sometimes they get burned out in the inflammation, just trying to help you be a little bit more comfortable. But when you use Eon, you can dial down that inflammation, and then the X39 to actually go repair things. Then Alavida is a patch that is worn at night because it does tell your body to make melatonin. But some of the other amazing things that it does is it helps reduce oxidative stress all over your body, especially your brain. It helps cognition. It helps your pineal gland release epithalamine, and epithalamine is really amazing for your skin, collagen, cartilage. It actually protects your telomeres, which again is a reverse, well, it grows your telomeres to be the correct length. And telomeres on your DNA is a sign of aging or toxins or trauma that are limiting your cellular activity. It's an amazing patch. So I'm just sharing with you some of my favorites. More information is on startx39now.com. And if you're ever wondering, what do I use for this? What do I use for that? They're also on startx39now.com is a new patch solution sheet, and I love it. So I just explained to you the power of the dynamic duo, which I share with 100% of the people. Then after that, then we talk about other patches that help your body be for your specific needs. And that's what this solution sheet is super helpful for. Again, Alavida also comes with a day cream and a night cream. If you choose to buy that trio pack, it's a crazy good deal. I was in the sun out all day today, and the night cream is what I put on after sun because it is so reparative to the skin. It's amazing. And I love the day cream under my makeup during the day. This is the best quality creams and hydration you will get for your skin from the outside. And then the Alavida, there's 2 packs of Alavida, so 2 months of treatment with Alavida for $149, screaming deal. And there's also an eye cream that's available separately, and that eye cream is specially formulated and actually has copper peptides in it. So no more wrinkles around the eyes. Thank you very much. How do you get wholesale pricing? Wholesale pricing is the easiest to get by purchasing a wholesale pack. And in that pack, we help you and we customize it to get the patches that are going to help you the most. So there's no fee. It's beautiful. So it's a one-time thing. You get access to wholesale pricing. And then from then on, you can order whatever you like. Now, we recommend that you be on the X39 patch for a month for every decade you've been alive. So this pack, I usually help people build up a few spare Eon packs, and maybe you could buy in the core pack, for example, you could do 1 X39, 2 Eon, and 2 Alavita, and then you have 2 months of treatment for the Alavita and the Eon, and then next month you just have $99 for your 1 pack of X39. So as you can see, this product isn't available in the store. We are not allowed to sell this in the store or on Amazon. And if you see it there, please don't purchase it. Either those people don't have very good morals, or they are selling a false product, a product that is not the actual LifeWave product. So we have to share it by telling people. And I believe there's very few things that are more important to share than helping someone uncover the truth about how their cells work. And so this is pretty an amazing story, amazing company to be able to share hope with people. It's an honor, and also I believe it's a responsibility. When you have a tool like this, I have to share it. So next steps, if you are here as a guest, please type your name in the chat. And then we would love to, if there's more than one, we'll put you in a drawing. And then we would love to draw a name for a gift of 5 X39 patches and to try them. If you are also a guest, get with the person who invited you to this call, and make sure you have your questions. We don't want you to make a rash decision. We want you to understand what this is, and we're here to help you. So we are all wanting to get younger and healthier as we age. So I love this. I figured out what I want to be when I get older. It's young. So we're here to increase people's health span as we continue to increase their longevity. So we ready for questions? Thanks, you guys, for coming. I really appreciate it. And I'll go ahead and stop the recording and we can answer some questions.